Model Y might be here sooner than expected. Gigafactory 3 is already expanding. Model S is taking another crack at Nürburgring, and the price for FSD is going to jump soon. This is Tesla Tidbits episode number 554 for October 16th, 2019. This show is sponsored by my supporter Richard. If you're in the market for a new Tesla, please consider using his referral code. Ask your salesperson to use code Richard174 or go direct to the web link ts.la/Richard174 and pick up a 1,000 mile supercharging credit for your new vehicle. By far the most amazing news since our last time together is coming courtesy of Clean Technica, where they believe that Model Y is going to arrive far sooner than originally announced. As of right now, the official company line is that Model Y would begin shipping in Q1 2021, according to the website. But Clean Technica has multiple sources saying we should be on the lookout for the next hot thing out of Fremont much sooner. Now, please keep in mind that these are unnamed sources, which puts this firmly in the rumor category, but as they note, their source has, quote, a proven and reliable track record, end quote. Additionally, they, quote, also received the same information independently through a second-hand source, end quote. And that information states that we can expect Model Y to begin production, quote, sometime around Q1 2020 at its Fremont factory, end quote. This would be a massive surprise, if true, and one of the few times in history that Tesla has underpromised and overdelivered in terms of a time frame. This is all the more reason to probably take this with a massive, massive grain of salt, but Clean Technica isn't an outlet to run stuff without truly believing it to be true, so I'm personally allowing myself to get my hopes up here. This might also explain the recent pile of Model Y prototype sightings that have been making the rounds, including the latest posted by Trev over at Tesla Owners Online. Maybe we'll get to hear something on the upcoming earnings call, as that would certainly be material information that would change the outlook of 2020. Over at Teslarati, we get an update about Gigafactory 3 over in Shanghai. As of late, there's been some stirring at the site, and it appears that before the main building is even commissioned, an expansion has already begun. Via a Chinese media outlet known as the Global Times, a source told them that Tesla and its construction team, quote, are building a battery plant in Gigafactory 3's Phase 2 area, end quote. It was always known that Gigafactory 3 would eventually produce batteries in addition to the structure of the vehicles coming off the line, but the original line of thinking was that these would be provided by a third party, and likely for a somewhat significant time. But as this section is going up at a rate that the article says, quote, it appears that Tesla's battery plant might very well end up being completed even faster than Phase 1's General Assembly building, end quote. We may see Tesla produce batteries in the vehicles produced at Gigafactory 3 much sooner than expected. A couple of quick hitters round out the show today. Firstly, Inside EVs reports that two Plaid powertrain-equipped Model S have made a return back to the Nürburgring. While there's no information yet on how it fared, one thing seems to have changed, and that's the fact that this seems to be a scheduled session. That means that they'll actually be able to lap the full track to be able to set a true time, rather than starting out of the pits and having to guesstimate a time had they started from the true starting line. If they're able to do something good, I'm sure we'll hear about it from official Tesla channels soon. And lastly, Elon had a tweet that will make things a bit more expensive for folks in the future, saying, quote, now that Tesla V 10.0 with Smart Summon is out, full self-driving price will increase by $1,000 on November 1st, end quote. That is it for today's show. Thanks to all my patrons supporting the show at patreon.com/Tesla Tidbits. And as always, a special shout out to all the super patrons supporting the show at the $10 plus level. They are Drew Schuyler, Ryan Scarborough, Lee Sweet, William Henry Crew III, Dorian Steve Guberman, Joey Boots, Ralph and Cheryl Waterhouse, Adam Rammer Brown, Megawatt Photovoltaic Development, Todd Sullivan, Mitch Long, Zortec LED Canada, Morvanog, Blake Thompson, Raymond and Deborah Malkowitz, T Sportline, Travis and Cheyenne Rush, Chris Hovis, Craig Murphy, Vicky Kirk, Ricky Johnston, Bien Concepcion, Nathan Garza, Paul Goena, Ed Patterman, and Sunil Joseph. If you have feedback for me, the best way to be heard is to tweet at Tesla Tidbits and use the hashtag AskTeslaTidbits if you'd like your question to be considered for the show. Until next time, keep it charged and hit the road.